Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Sonic. Sonic is a very odd topic to talk about. Some games are good, some are bad, some have a cult following, and then there are some games that are just very easy to see the flaws in. No, the other one. No, not that one either. Okay, now you're just being IGN. Nah. I'm talking about Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces was the 25th anniversary game for the Sonic series, and
yeah, probably one to celebrate all the colossal failures throughout the years.
Wait, what the? Who said that?
Howdy, I'm Super Mega Pack the Hedgehog Tail.
Wow, that's a very stupid name.
Just call me SMP for short.
Are you a Minecraft YouTuber?
Shut up! I actually have my own comic series on Instagram.
So why are you in my channel during my video for a game that I am reviewing?
Because I'm very lonely.
Oh, well, yeah, sure, why not? I guess you can join. Just don't screw anything up, I'll make you look as bad as Shadow the Hedgehog's endings.
Can of worms, but okay.
Since this segment is getting a bit lengthy, I'm gonna cut to the chase and say, welcome all to my first ever collab review, featuring my good old friend SMPTHT, or SMP for short.
Hi everybody! Follow me on Instagram and get off your freaking TikToks!
I'm going to smite you. Anyways, with everyone introduced, let's take a look at one of the more tough to talk about entries in the Sonic franchise, Sonic Forces.
Released after the one game everyone agrees on, Sonic and Lego Dimensions, Sonic Mania, this game received a mixed review despite how much Sega marketed it, and the claim that this took 4 years to make!
This took 4 years?
Probably from convincing Nintendo to put this on the Switch.
Most likely. Forces was released on multiple platforms, those being PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Microsoft Windows. Sonic Forces was also directed by Morio Kishimoto and produced by Takashi Iizuka, who helped with Unleashed, Colors, Generations, and Lost World, and Shu Nakamura, who helped with Billy Hatcher and Samba de Amigo. Because
Sonic's original creator was busy doing other things. Oh, and get this, most of the level designers never even worked on a Sonic game before. Gee, that's almost like hiring writers for a Sonic game that only knows the character via Wikipedia. Why do I keep forgetting that's the world we live in?
Before I get into this, I must look back at Sonic 06, a game that had an amazing story, kinda, but the gameplay and other aspects burned it to the ground. Sonic 06 was able to give us new characters that we can enjoy, cutscenes that gave us more detail as to what's happening, and overall satisfying story. Oh yeah, and Elise. She exists. Now, I'll let SMP talk about more of the story.
It feels as if this game wants to take a lot of inspiration from previous Sonic games, specifically the Sonic Adventure series. A dark tone makes it the new big bad. This story revolves around Eggman finding another rock of ultimate power. Like stars align, it's amazing how many of these he finds, and uses it to make one of his mercenaries, a Jackal named Infinite, more powerful. Turns out, this actually works, as he finally gets that blasted hedgehog and tortures him for 6 months while he destroys the town. It's up to the rest of Sonic's friends, and Original the character, to take the world back.
The story of Forces isn't bad per se. I mean, Eggman is finally doing something that he had his sights set on from the beginning of the franchise. However, as the game continues, you start to see things that make you say, what the actual hell? Two very good examples of this are Chaos and Infinite's backstory. With Chaos, it's a huge bruh moment. Chaos was the main villain in the original Sonic Adventure game, and yet he gets one-shotted by Classic Sonic. Oh, speaking of which, Classic Sonic is here.
In all seriousness, it kind of feels like his role is just nostalgia with no rhyme or reason. And also to make Tails look bad. Honestly, the less said about him suddenly being possessed by Luigi, the better. There's also Infinite himself, who is an interesting villain that I kinda like. Until we see his backstory. he causes the death of millions just because Shadow called him weak. Is that a stupid commentary on Sonic fans or just plain stupid?
Both. As you can see, while I kinda liked how they made Sonic Mania matter in the long run, it still doesn't change the fact that classic Sonic is here for no apparent reason. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I meant to say the Sonic from another dimension. Yeah folks, while classic was from the past and generations, in Forces, he's from another dimension entirely. What? Why? That makes no sense. Why is... But then... Generations... Ah!
That won't stop Sonic from making bad puns, though.
I'm perfectly fine. It's been generations since I've seen you. You okay?
Honestly, this game has a teeny tiny bit of a major tonal issue. For example, Sonic gets out of prison after 6 months and only acts like Eggman slapped him on the wrist and called it a day. I don't mind Sonic still making jokes at the expense of the enemy. Being cocky has been a part of his character since the 90s, but those remarks should have only came after he got out the Death Egg, or at the very least, change Sonic's model to look bruised or beaten or something. I mean, you have a whole gimmick based off customization. It could have been that hard to change his model. Think, Sega, think!
Overall, while at first glance the story may not have many things wrong with it, it just really could have been so much better than whatever they gave us. But hey, at least Knuckles isn't a complete and utter idiot, unlike in that game which we shall never speak of.
So this may be a controversial statement, but Sonic Forces is mixed in the gameplay department. The way Sonic and Original the character play isn't bad. Boosting is still extremely satisfying, and while the whips are a tired up trope that needs to die, the ideas behind the whip spins are unique and actually kind of fun. There's also collectibles like the usual red star rings, and the better you do on stages, the more decorations you unlock to put on the tree that is your custom character.
What about Classic Sonic?
He's straight up awful.
Wow, that's very blunt of you to say.
Oh, I'm sorry, but do you like invincibility boxes? Too bad they're less than 10 seconds.
What?
Do you like going up slopes? Too bad it's near impossible.
But he's supposed to go
Do you like more than one boss? Ha 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 ha! Funny.
Wait. So, you're telling me that the invincibility boxes have a short runtime.
Yep.
He's not as fast as he usually was.
Yes.
And he only gets one boss, not counting the final one?
Yeah, pretty much.
What? That's dumb. Like, don't get me wrong. Classic Sonic stages aren't bad. Passable at best, and I don't mind the level designs for some of them. I said some of them. But the fact that he can't go fast, which was his thing since the good old days of the 1990s, getting only one boss, and also having to make some of the most precise jumps in this game, it's a huge chore. Oh, and Classic Sonic, the one who should have the most 2D stages in this game, yeah, he ain't the only one.
Yeah, there's a lot of 2D with the other characters. I mean, there's one custom character stage that's literally only 2D till you fight robotic Mr. Krabs. It is a common complaint, but like, it's not exactly one that ruins the game depending on who you are. A complaint that will make or break your experience though is a little thing known as Double Boost!
Keep this up and I'll smack you into null space.
Sorry.
I don't mind Double Boost one bit. I think it's fun, awesome, and when done in boss battles, is an absolute joy to watch. Oh yeah, I forgot about the DLC. There are 3 characters in Sonic Forces you can play as, each with their own stage. Modern Sonic / the palette swap that is Shadow, Classic Sonic, and the newest gimmick, character, Rookie. We're gonna call him that from now on, okay? Okay. Modern Sonic stages focus around blasting at high speeds with the boost function. Classic Sonic stages are absolute shit. Classic Sonic stages focus on platforming and speed, and finally Rookie stages are a mix of both while also using the newest gimmick, item, the Wispins, which are based on the different Wisps from the past Sonic games, those being Burst, Drill, Cube, Hover, Void, Asteroid, and my personal favorite, Lightning.
This is probably where Sega put all their creativity in. The stages here are the most unique. with different paths to see depending on the Wispin you have, and some neat animations to back it up with. It also helps that each animal has a different ability, like the bird has a double jump and the wolf has attracting items. So these are definitely the best stages. And it also helps that these stages also have their own original vocalized music.
Wow, what a totally convenient and totally not planned beforehand segue into the next segment. Oh, P.S. The gameplay is passable and good.
Now, with the exception of certain games that we do not talk about in this household, even the worst Sonic games have good music. His World, Seven Rings in Hand, All of Me, Dreams of an Absolution, and the song that plays when the Deadly Deadly Six exist. So how does this game hold up that legacy, Shade?
Glad you asked, SMP. When it comes to video game music, I'm the right man for the job. I love Sonic music a lot, and luckily for us, Sonic Forces does not disappoint one bit. Modern Sonic stages are filled to the brim with adrenaline-pumping, head-banging rock music with some techno added, which is a really great mix, especially with some of the stage themes. The stages that feature Rookie, as SMP stated beforehand, have fully vocalized soundtracks that I cannot stop listening to for the life of me. This was mostly done in part by this game's composer, Tomoya Otani, who thought that it would be nice to have the underdog of the group have special music for their stages. Oh, I can't talk about music without talking about the big bad himself, Infinite. And yeah, I like his music. Most of Infinite's boss music has a mix of hip-hop and metal rock, and I love it. Combining a genre of music that I don't like and a genre of music I have a whole playlist dedicated to is risky to do, but Forces did it, and did it good. Like, come on guys. Theme of Infinite is one of my favorite villain themes next to what I'm made of, if you count that. It is sad, however, that the full vocalized version of Theme of Infinite wasn't in any of his boss fights. Speaking of bosses, there's the final boss theme, which starts off very ominous and threatening for the first two phases, but in the last phase, it crescendos into a melody that screams, "We fought for our freedom, and we will not let you take it." I love this so freaking much! And finally, classic Sonic stages are... Yeah, no. Listen, hold on, please. Classic Sonic's music in Forces is really... how should I say this? Some soundtracks I don't mind listening to. Heck, the stage that gave me the most problems, Iron Fortress, has my favorite classic Sonic music in this whole game. But then there are songs like Faded Hills, which, yeah. Hey, SMP, look! A Sonic game that doesn't have shit graphics!
Huh, neat. That hasn't been a thing since arguably 06. Sonic's Forces graphics are actually pretty good. The models look like a cake that was given icing smoothly, and the characters arguably look their best here. The stages themselves are also lush and colorful. I love how Green Hill also has that smooth cake look, but any metallic things just look crusty and dirty. The stages like Chemical Plant and Iron Fortress also have that rough and dirty feel, and Mystic Jungle just looks so pretty and rich in atmosphere. Then there's also Metropolis and the Death Egg, which just looks so darn shiny!
Do you wanna get sued?
No.
This was mostly done in part by the engine that was used to make Forces, known as the Hedgehog engine, the same one used to make Sonic Generations and Sonic Unleashed. I love how the water in Chemical Plant and Mystic Jungle look. I just love how fluid, it looks, and how it just blends in so well with everything.
And then there's also the backgrounds, which, while not as immersive as Generations or Unleashed, they still have interesting backgrounds, with the exception of Green Hill, which is just sand.
If I may talk about one graphical thing that I love about Forces, it's the enemies. Chaos, Metal Sonic, Zavok, and Infinite look so damn cool. I especially love the water physics when it comes to Chaos and its body.
And the designs of the robots, specifically in the final boss, look pretty cool. Even Null Space looks pretty, and everything does have a good war-like atmosphere.
Oh yeah, the final boss. Listen, I don't mind the final boss fight against the Death Egg robot in Sonic Forces one bit. It's exciting and thrilling, and I love the setting and everything about it, except for the final phase when... Sega, I get it. Everyone loves Sonic Colors and the final boss fight was awesome and badass and that was cool, but then you went on to do the same boss in Lost World verbatim, and then I look at Forces and I can't! I can barely tell the difference between these three. It's lazy, it's dumb, and again, I get that Sonic Colors was everyone's favorite Sonic game, but that doesn't mean every final boss should be like Sonic Colors!
Yo, chill. At least it looks and sounds cool, basically like the rest of the game.
Yeah, true, I guess. All in all, Sonic Forces graphically is lovely and beautiful, and the soundtrack is an absolute joy to listen to. With that said, how about we give our final thoughts, SMP?
Let's do it! Okay, I'ma be honest. The hate for this game was a bit overblown. Sure, the length of the game is shorter than it takes for me to take a dump, and there's a lot of things that need improvement, and everything about Classic Sonic is a tumor on an already struggling game. But it does do the job of being a game with functioning controls, cool levels, sweet music, and a new feature that actually has a good amount of effort put into it.
While some level designs could have been looked back at and given a reworking, and Infinite's whole backstory as to why he's being such a high school bully in the first place could have been so much better, not everything is all that bad. Infinite is still a very cool and edgy as all hell villain, and while Iron Fortress can go jump off into a bag of bricks, it's a nice challenge from everything else.
I, for one, like the inclusion of the other characters. Though Blaze's absence is still a mystery, I enjoy the whole thing with calling in via radio. I wouldn't mind seeing this more in other Sonic games. And I also like how much the Ricky grows as the story goes on. Yeah, the story is definitely not perfect, but you could do so much worse. It's really not bad. A good 85% of the levels are still enjoyable, and the final boss does a good job at capping off your adventure.
And personally, the whole theme of Sonic Forces, bonds, teamwork, and never giving up even when things look grim, is done perfectly here. It's cheesy, but that's Sonic in general. With that said and done, I think it's fair that we give Sonic Forces our rating of a 7 out of 10. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure, SMP. It was great having you here.
The pleasure is all mine. Let's do this again sometime. I hear Project 2022 is going to be interesting. Seriously, we only got a teaser and people are already complaining.
Yeah, that's a big yikes. But only time will tell. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Smash that like button and comment down below as to which game you want to see me review next. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord server. And as an added bonus, follow SMP on Instagram to check out his charming and goofy drawings.
Until next time, Sonic forces you to watch more of Shade's videos.
Good one. Well everyone, as always, stay safe and stay fresh.
Wait, did you just steal that from Splatoon?
Goodbye!